So people talk about having sex all the time, and most people agree that it's a pretty nice thing to do. But very rarely do we distinguish what kind of sexual expression or sexual experiences we're really looking for. We're going to talk a little bit about the different types of sexuality and how you can know if it's a good fit for you. This is Reid from readaboutsex.com.
Cathy Vartuli from TheIntimacyDojo.com. This is a big topic we picked here. Cathy just figures out the topics and then reads them from her little list over here. So I don't really know what we're talking about.
I surprise him.
This is big. All right, so go.
We can just at least introduce it.
So pontificate, please, Dr. Vartuli.
I hang out with a lot of people that are very sexual and consider themselves very slutty in the reclaiming of the word. They like to have sex with a lot of people. For a long time.
You can also be slutty and have sex with only a few people or one person. Okay. You can be monogamous and slutty if you're reclaiming that term for yourself.
Sure, absolutely. Yes, I didn't mean to exclude anyone.
No, I'm just doing my due diligence.
But there was a certain amount of, I was kind of watching all this and going, I don't think I'm as good at this, and I was kind of shaming myself for it.
For not being slutty enough?
Yes.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that in the community. I don't think it was all internal. But what I noticed was that I had to have a heart connection with people before I wanted to be sexual with them. I didn't mean that we have to be in love, but I had to care about them and feel connection.
Don't die. No, leave it in. It's cinema verite.
I'm not dying. I just swallowed right. But I also realized that I only wanted to be connected to people that I really respected their brain. So for the first part, having a heart connection, I'm demisexual. That's the term used for someone who wants to have a heart connection with someone before they feel sexual.
Not people that are only into demi more.
Isn't that the same thing?
Please continue.
And sapiosexual means that you really turned on by people that are smart. So I realized what I was looking for was people that I had a heart connection with who are really smart. So that it helped me move forward rather than saying, I must have all the sex and feeling kind of like it's too many. It's like, you must eat all the food. Well, no, I really tonight I want to have a steak and green beans or whatever it is. So I think understanding what your sexual expression is can really help you walk through the world without... even if you have one partner or no partners, knowing what you want to set up for your sexual experience can be really powerful.
So this, to me, now that we're talking about it, this is more of a question of your sexual identity and what's a good fit for you and what you're attracted to, which, again, this can get kind of geeky where, gender... I'm a man, I'm a woman. Gender's basically kind of a thing that culture is all about. That you can dismantle and you can be whatever gender you want, regardless of what's in your pants. And for some people, that's very confusing because a lot of people want structure and they want to understand, how the world works so they can move through it. Around attraction and who you're attracted to have sex with, your sexual identity may be different than who you actually have sex with. There are plenty of people who might want to play with same-sex people or try things they've never tried before, and are turned on by those things, but never actually attempt it or fulfill on that. So again, like your identity. You may be into really smart people, but not have a lot of smart people around. So you can be attracted to the things that you're attracted to, and not be practicing it as well, which is an interesting, geeky thing. Because can you be slutty and be a virgin?
Yes.
Or can you be slutty and be blank or this or that? Right. So again, your identity. For me, is really, the way to start to figure that out, and it can shift over time, is like, what are you into? Like, what do you want to be exploring? What is a good fit for you and makes you happy? So if you don't want to go down the rabbit hole of trying to understand, sexual identity and gender and, how you present in the world, If that's too confusing to start going down those rabbit holes, then start with what turns you on, who are you into, what are you into, what kind of sex or who having sex with makes you happiest.
It's really useful to know those things because you're much more likely to focus on them then.
Yeah. And you're allowed to like what you like and not like what you don't like, which includes people, which isn't always politically correct because a lot of us want to love everybody. And at the same time, like in the sex geek community, there can be this weird pressure that I have to be into everything or have tried everything to be some sort of evolved.
Well, it's like people of size. It's like in the community where people are aware that we're sexual. I'm okay with someone saying I'm not into someone who's bigger. That the sexual desire is not about, to me, it's not about being politically correct. But don't try to take away the fact that I'm sexual or shame me for being who I am. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the distinction there.
So again, like there's lots of different rabbit holes you can go down on this. My advice is always start with, what am I into? And then, looking at giving yourself permission to be whoever you want to be. And whether you go and do it or not, that's up to you. And if anybody tells you that you're not this or that, when you want to be that, please tell them that Reid Mihalko said suck it.
And you can change what you like over time, over your lifetime, or with different people. Mm-hmm. I find it helpful to, rather than like, I want sex, it's like, I prefer to have sex this way. Like knowing yourself can guide you forward.
Great. Yeah. What do you think? Complex big topics today.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my social media, it's right there. And please subscribe to this channel there. If you'd like to see more goofy Reid and Cathy, there's more videos there.
See them. Why are they there?